up, Texas? My name is Stephen Hare, and I'm an instructor here at PDS, Texas World Speedway. Been coming here for about 4.5 years, and I'm really going to miss this place when it closes in a couple months. If you've never been here, you've missed it. It's a piece of Texas history. We used to have A.J. Foyt, Al Unser. I'm old, I know who these people are. You've probably never heard of them, but it's a famous track, and it's going to be missed by a lot of people. So, sorry you didn't make it. If you made it, you know what I'm talking about.
Been coming here for 15 years, I guess, and started go-karting and been running the Formula cars and the Radical for probably 8 or 9 years now, I guess, and just one of our favorite tracks here in Texas. We're real fortunate. It's a shame that we're losing the track, but had some great times here.
We don't want my hands.
That is a brilliant idea. Who brought those?
I don't know, but they are my hero officially.
I know, right? You think to put a slit in a hot dog bun?
Two, wanted a handful of bread. Where do I put the hot dog? A lot of traffic issues this weekend, though. I had never even heard of these. Like the Hawaiian roll.
You're going to tell me how long you've been manager of the track?
Too long. Almost 4 years now.
Almost 4 years.
4 years in June. So we didn't expect to be here that long, but it was one of those deals where we stepped in, we started doing it, and it kind of swallowed us. But it's been a good 4 years. We're really happy. Obviously, we're sad that it's going away. It's inevitable. Every track is probably going to find its fate in redevelopment at some point. So
It wasn't. Poor Oscar, that was beating the snot out of him.
Okay, he was talking about doing something wrong to my hamburger at lunch. I was not having it. I was not having it. And so there.
You want to do those like it's like a couple of times. It's like the Greek group goes out and you kind of want to say, you can't.
The best thing I heard.
I tried to make it more exciting with my scooter. We spun twice in one session.
I thought y'all did.
That was you.
That was you.
Thank you.
Who was your student?
Well, don't forget
Was it the Audi or was it the box?
I have the box.
Okay, well the Audi.
Yeah, no, that was because of Green Group. That was because
The Audi
she wasn't there.
First over in 3. The Audi started spinning, and my guy, we were in the apex of 3. When the guy started to spin, and my guy lifted, slammed on the brakes. Well, when that happened, we started doing tank.
Yeah, that's what I was like, because that's what I said. I was like, oh, two cars off. I was like, the Audi's off. Oh wait, 2 cars are off.
Next session, we had no problem because.
And I enjoyed giving you guys black flag.
Yeah,
Did you notice
fine.
that?
You guys suck at black flagging, by the way. But I am awesome at it.
I was trying. She was really
good.
motivated. I got up onto the concrete bunker.
You do too?
Yeah, I know.
Much rust, but it all kind of vibrated down to the center of it like a fine powder. And so as I'm shifting my butt cheeks over the chair or whatnot, I'm just rubbing it in. Yep. Which is why I wear tactical pants everywhere I go. I don't care if they get dirty. Whatever.
Like a 911.
And so it had been in there a long time before it hit the port.
it's crazy. So the fronts are gone, and the backs are like 50%.
That's normal.
If you're looking for something relatively cheap. It wasn't Patrick, it wasn't he.
Apparently. Why are you beating the hell out of the windshield?
Because we were going to set the car on fire so we could teach people how to. But we didn't want the windshield to black.
I tore them in this case and built some.
Coming onto the front straight, and it bounces, 6 inches left every time.
He just wants you to do it.
And it's the place and the people, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it has to happen.
Rusty Rush. I was a manager of the track for about 10 years. I'm saddened. It's a passing of a generation, or it's a sad deal. It's really sad.
My name is Jeff Connor. I am an instructor for
pretty much anyone who needs one. The track is a lot of fun to drive. It's challenging in places. It's scary in a couple of places. It's technical in a couple of places. And it's just fun. Every time I get out there and drive, I giggle just a little bit because it's so much fun to do.
Pat Quinlan here.
John Dorgard.
We provide rescue, which usually entails flat towing, extrication from the mud, and just helping out. Cars running into one another, cars running into walls, cars running certainly in the mud, cars breaking down, cars catching on fire. What else? Anything else? A whole lot of stuff. You name it, it can happen, yeah. Yes, we've had cars that were not generally on fire, but we had to use our extrication tools to pull patients out and have them transported. Not often. Motorcycles are probably the most interesting bunch because John had a great motorcycle fire. And yeah, motorcycle fire looked like a car fire. We could see it from here.
You can probably still see it on the track where I'm at.
Martin Kane. I am the chief driving instructor.
Yes.
Or, depending on who you talk to, CDH, which is Chief Dickhead, if you're on the radio net. It's been great. It's been the best job I've ever had. It's like not working, you know. You get to just hang out with people you enjoy all weekend long and do really fun stuff, so.
Drink beer afterwards?
And drink beer afterwards that you don't have to buy. How much better could it get? Other than that, a lot of times you try and match up instructors to students that have similar cars, because I figure that way if something's going wrong with the car, the instructor might have a idea of what's happening. So sometimes I do that.
Everybody's remembering the bucket to pull it out.
Nah, it's not as random as it looks.
Yeah.
And I try, actually, believe it or not, I know if any instructors are watching this, but I actually really seriously try not to overwork some of y'all. And I'll tell you a little secret that I don't want to tell you, but the guys that I pick on that wind up with 2 students every weekend, it isn't because I don't like you, it's because you guys are badasses, and I know I can rely on you.
Alton Mays.
David Johnson.
Samuel Johnson. Started off instructing with driver's edge, then came over to performance driving school, and then
RPM,
RPM, yeah.
MSC it was actually back in the day.
Yeah.
Called MSC.
I should have worn my original
I never
shirt.
thought about
Yeah. Sam here is wearing the old school shirt. That's how they used to look for PDS. Right. And we still have them and we love them, but you know, the red ones and the white ones with the collars, we're going sophisticated now because, you know, frankly, we've earned it.
Frankly, you're not sophisticated, so you need a shirt to make it look the part.
Shut up. All right.
So what does the track mean to you guys?
Oh, geez.
Dude.
Right? So
This track means
This track.
It's the lady who borned us and sustained us and flogged us.
You're good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, there isn't going to be any replacement.
Heck no.
There isn't going to be any replacement.
At all. The friends, it's like family. Yeah, definitely.
This
For me,
track,
it's-
by the way, you know, these guys have tracked and raced all over the place, especially in Texas and Oklahoma. This track has everything. It has the longest straights.
Yes.
It has the most technical tidbits, great elevation change, all in one package. So how could you not love her?
I'm Misty White.
And Matt White.
Matt White. I'm also known as Misty Kane. I help instruct. I actually teach the blue or green classroom, whatever's needed. Jump in cars sometimes. He jumps into cars all the time.
One of the senior instructors usually deal with some of the advanced instruction or folks that want to progress from one group to another. Right. Do check rides, that kind of thing. Yes. And race here and spend a lot of our free time and hobby time here.
Well, like I said, I teach classrooms, so I just make sure that my classroom instruction's complete.
Chaos, herding cats.
right?
The biggest thing was making sure everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
Right. Safely.
Yeah. Safety first, fun second, speed third.
Yes.
Helping people develop huevos to get into turn 1 and out of turn 2.
Brock Hamilton.
Brady Corn.
So we provide medical standby. I'm the EMT here, and she's a paramedic. I will definitely miss the racetrack.
Yeah.
I tend to pick up shifts out here a lot. It's a good time. Calls that we get to handle, so they're usually pretty serious in nature with the car wrecks and everything. Having race cars versus your regular driver is a little different.
Jeff Lacey.
Samuel Lacey.
I'm an instructor.
I run around, fix cars, and grease monkey.
It's like a social club.
And how long have you been coming here?
I want to say since 98 or 99. I think 98. Yeah. Started in E36 M3 with the supercharger, which I couldn't drive. Yes.
But you learned.
I learned, yes. Yes.
So what does the track mean to you, and especially now that we're not going to have it?
I'm almost going to get emotional.
You know, like Lucky Rock you find as a child, and then there's something like a memoir, not like, you know, like a souvenir you find, you pick up, and you're like, wow, this is cool. And you have it for years, but you never really appreciate it per se or something, and then you lose it. It's gone.
Yeah. It certainly released a lot of stress. You know, a lot of stress from work and everything else. When you're on the track, that's it. It's kind of a zen moment.
You're thinking about that next turn.
Yes, that's
Nothing
it.
else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not worried about bills, your job, or just the next turn.
I'm Robert King, and I first came out to TWS when I was 9 years old in 1975. My father collects antique cars, and we were over in Conroe for a Texas State Convention for antique automobiles. And on Sunday mornings, they have a tour, just a nice drive through the country. And on that particular year, we drove through the countryside and ended up here at TWS for a barbecue lunch that was served over in Garage 1. While they were setting up the lunch, they treated us to a trip around the oval. And antique cars being what they were puttering around on the apron at 35, 40 miles an hour. My brother was driving my father's 1930 Model A at the time, and being 16 years old, he wanted to see how fast our Model A would go. So, much to my mother's terror, he was driving around the oval at 70 and 75 miles an hour. So, my first experience at TWS was in the backseat of a 1930 Ford Model A doing hot laps on the oval.
I am Chris Cornwell.
And your job?
I have many jobs. I do control, I do timing and scoring, I do grid, I do black flag, I work corners. I do lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Hence the title Professional Track Bum. I joined the car club in the A&M car club in 1999, and somebody told me that they would pay me money to come out here and watch cars go around and wave flags. So I went, okay. And I showed up at a PCA event, and I guess in 2000 or 2001, it's been all downhill since then. My favorite job?
Yeah.
Probably working a corner. You're only responsible for your little chunk, you're close to the action. It's good stuff. I don't get to do it very often anymore. Actually, I might never get to do it again here.